Hi, welcome to my cooking channel Ratatouille. Anyone can cook. Cooking is fun only when it's begun, and that's the slogan. So now let's begin to have some fun. Don't forget to watch till the end of the video for the post-credit scenes. The basic ingredients for making the jamun is 1 packet of instant mix, which is 500 grams for getting approximately more than 80 pieces of jamuns. I have used a brand which always gives buy one and get one free. You can make your guesses. The additional ingredients for kneading the dough is either water or milk, which is 1/4 cup or as required. If preferred to use milk, boil it and cool it down at room temperature. Next, the basic ingredients for making the sugar syrup are sugar and water in equal amounts. That is, for 500 grams, 2 kgs of sugar and 2 liters of water. Always prefer doing in batches for a huge quantities. So if you are going to use half the packet, then 1 kg of sugar and 1 liter of water to be used, because the sugar syrup must be hot and not cooled down. Have explained further in detail about this in the video. Then, to enhance the flavor of sugar syrup, add 1 tablespoon of rose syrup and 1 teaspoon of cardamom powder. And as usual, last but not the least, extra tip, which is cleaning cloth for keeping the kitchen clean on the go. Special occasions or not, when you want to have a treat for yourself, jamuns are the best companions. So today we are going to see how to make gulab jamun using instant mix. Though the packet has its own instructions, there are some tips to be followed for making jamuns in correct shape, texture, color and mainly without breaking. Pro tip: when using huge quantities like 500, do not mix everything together like this. It's really a lengthy process for such quantities. So use half of it first, pack the rest in an airtight container and complete it the next day. By the time you will also have half of the jamuns ready to eat as well. Pro tip: you can sieve the powder or use it as such. It makes no difference. I'm adding water because the ingredient in the instant mix itself has milk solids. But you can also add milk, which is boiled and cooled down to room temperature. Now let's knead the dough. Do not knead the dough like we do for making chapatis or rotis, like this. Use only fingertips. Pro tip: the texture or breaking of jamuns does not depend on the water or milk that is added. It depends on the pressure that is given while kneading the dough and rolling the jamuns and time it is kept dry in the air. Add water gradually. In this video, I have kneaded the entire packet, that is 500 grams, to show how the jamuns break after getting dried up. And I have shared few mistakes that happens while making these jamuns at the end of this video. So don't miss to see it. Do you see the parota-like flared form? It's time to be careful on adding water. It may look like it's not kneaded together, but it will soon. Don't add more water. Just sprinkle or wet your palm. See, I'm using only my fingertips for kneading the dough till the end. Once all the mixture is combined together, stop kneading further and not press or beat it. So now I'm adding ghee for enhancing the taste, smell and flavor and to prevent the dough from drying easily, and try to blend the ghee into the dough gently. Use only your fingertips till the end. Pro tip: once done, cover it with a wet cloth completely so it does not get dried up. Now it's time for making the sugar syrup. I have used pressure cooker because I don't have deep bottomed tawa. It should be at least to this level, then only it can hold all the jamuns without getting broken. Pro tip: the jamuns should freely rotate in the sugar syrup in deep bottomed utensils for the reasons I have explained later in this video. First, I am going to make only 250 grams of gulab jamun, which requires 1 kg of sugar and 1 liter of water. Pro tip: there will be excess sugar syrup, but that's totally fine, which we can use as an alternate for sugar in many recipes. But sugar syrup should not be less, or else the jamun will break. Now let's stir the sugar to dissolve. Do you see the bubbles? Now it's time for adding 2 tablespoons of rose syrup or essence into the sugar syrup, and also 1 teaspoon of cardamom powder. Pro tip: do not allow the sugar syrup to boil till you get a string. You must feel the slimy consistency of the sugar syrup in your fingers, which means it's time to switch off the stove. Let's check. Don't burn your fingers by touching the hot syrup. It's not slimy yet. Let's wait. Now it is slimy, so it is time to turn off the stove. Pro tip: the sugar syrup should not be too hot while adding the fried jamuns into it, because the heat of the sugar syrup will disintegrate the jamuns into pieces. So cool it from piping hot to hot by stirring the ladle like this. Now, by the time sugar syrup gets cooled down, let's get into the art of making the jamuns. Pro tip: always make it in a batch with small quantities. Cover the rest with a wet cloth. Now this is the texture. It does not look smooth, but it's okay. When you press your finger, it should make an impression like this. Apply ghee on your palm. More ghee, more the butter. Oops, better. Beauty tip: ghee makes your skin smooth. You can thank me later. Now take a small piece, because when they are immersed in the syrup, they become big. Then roll it. See? This is the size. Pro tip: when you make medium size, it becomes huge and not boiled inside, or the sugar syrup not reaching till the middle. This is perfect, but choice of the size is yours. Now rolling method. Keep the dough in between the palm and roll it gently. Roll, 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 and keep on rolling. Ta-da! Repeat the process. Pro tip: do not roll tightly. It may burst while frying in oil due to the pressure. Another pro tip: if you feel there is a crack, seal it with the fingertip like this. So for the amount of the dough I have taken, I have got 27 jamuns. Now let's heat the oil and cover the rest with a wet cloth. Pro tip: you can heat the oil first and then make the balls, but make sure the syrup is not too hot. Take a thick, deep bottomed wok or a kadai or a pot for frying, because the flat pan will make the bottom of the jamuns dark. We don't want that to happen. So in deep bottomed kadai, it will also be fun to see the jamuns swim in the oil. Pro tip: first try with one jamun. Rotate it continuously in the oil to get it fried on all sides. See how perfect it is? Pro tip: fry the jamun with ample amount of light to know the color and to take it out. Drip the excess oil and put it in the sugar. Pro tip: you can keep it aside and then add it later after 5 minutes. Choice is yours. I prefer adding it directly so the syrup reaches it till the center while both are hot. Pro tip: add only few balls at a time so you don't end up with burnt jamuns. Also take out the jamuns out as it changes the color. That's the color. Do it in batches. Cooking is art and food is life. Thus Ratatouille, anyone can cook, presents you the art of life with lots and lots of fun. Don't forget to share your fun-filled experience with us after seeing this video. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Pro tip: while allowing the jamuns to enjoy its soaking minutes in the hot tub of sugar syrup, they are like babies, so tender and soft. So don't be hard in the actions. Just press them down lightly like touching a baby's finger. Do not put the ladle inside the syrup and make the jamuns break. Remember, they are like babies. Just roll them. they have increased in their size. Now it's hot and still tender. Pro tip, we must transfer the jamuns, allowing place for the next jamuns to rotate. So in the bowl you transfer the jamuns, fill the sugar syrup 3/4. So the jamuns keep on swimming in the syrup, or else do you see they become flat because they are soft now. When you take it, they tend to break. So having more sugar syrup is not a sin, it's a path to enlightenment. Some intend to eat it hot. It is yummy, but the jamuns will not be stiff and end up becoming like a paste in your mouth, like this. Or the sugar syrup would not have reached till the center. So give time, refrigerate it for a day and see the magic of perfect jamuns. It will be super. The next error that we should avoid while making the jamuns is that here I have made the rest half of the kneaded dough into balls as a whole. Though it looks smooth and nice, and though it is covered with wet cloth, the huge time taken to roll these balls and the time to fry them resulted in broken jamuns. Do you see how shapeless these jamuns are? And also another tip, keep the oil in medium flame throughout by adjusting the flame. If heat is low, the jamuns tend to crack due to prolonged frying, and if the heat is high, they turn black soon without the center being cooked. If you enjoyed watching the video, like, share and subscribe by hitting the bell icon. Cooking is art and food is life. So share your magical experience with us in the comment section by trying the art of life. And you can also follow us on Insta, Facebook and YouTube.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little jamuns, but Ratatouille accidentally added extra ingredients to the concoction. Awesomeness! Thus, the Gulab Jamuns were born.